They assemble at night, each one having prepared as diligently as possible the time given to them before the witching hour, the hour of reckoning, the time when they begin outdoor cartoon television. Stray Casts is on the air.
Fish it out.
Wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at those yapkas? Look at those apples right there.
Of course.
Everyone is pretty pumped up, man. The whole studio audience is psyched out tonight. I know. Look at her.
That guy.
It's a pretty special evening here on Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. And we are loaded like a freight train, flying like an aeroplane, spinning like a space plane one more time tonight. And we are pretty excited because our buddy, the 2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk, is coming on the show tonight. Yeah! Woo! Yeah. Give it up for the B-Dog Millionaire. That's him. No doubt about it. And this is a special show for you, the viewers of Stray Cats, and the fans of Brandon Palaniuk. This is a viewer fan appreciation show tonight. Want to let you know you can call up and talk to Brandon and ask Brandon questions tonight. Ask him anything you want on the new studio hotline, which is what is the number, JP? I don't have my glasses on. What is the number?
520-214-B.A.S.S.
520-214-B.A.S.S. That's 2277 in hieroglyphics. You can call up 521-214-2277 and talk to Brandon. He will be up after the commercial break. Pretty excited about this whole deal right now. Ryan Popcorn Whitaker, his Lamborghini broke down on the way here, so he is trying his damnedest to get to the studio tonight. So this guy over here, I don't think he needs an introduction anymore at this point. He is not the guy from the that's an amazing haircut, by the way. I mean, I'm the one to talk, but
I did it myself.
I mean, that's pure talent right there. And once and for all, this finally works. This is a monumental occasion on Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television. Please give it up for the birthday boy. It actually is his birthday. The original OG hip-hop fisherman, JP. Hi! Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Who's doing that? Is that you?
Yeah.
We don't even know. We never know who's doing it right there. That's JP. Hi, it's actually your birthday, JP.
It is.
How old are you today?
I'm 34.
34 years old. You're so smart for a 34-year-old.
Thank you.
You keep getting smarter and smarter.
Thank you.
I don't know how you do
About
it.
time someone, recognized it.
Yeah, I'm giving due homage where homage is due.
Took 34 years.
But you finally got
First
there.
person. All right, man.
You danced with who
Yeah.
brung you, and you got all the way here to the Straight Cast studio. Hey, a special night. We've been working really hard, or I should say that Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja, has been working very hard on this. I've just been saying stupid things for the past few days, and Ginger and Chuck Poland have worked very hard to bring this new phone line deal, and we sure hope it works. Give it up, a loud studio audience, round of applause for our producer, Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja. He's here. He's here. He's happening. He's now. He's kind of here, kind of wow. It's Andrew Ellenberger. Hey, I want to remind everybody that there is a charity event going on this Saturday. If you're watching locally at the Lansing Country Club on Wentworth Avenue in Lansing, Illinois, for Diane Pransky, who is an avid fisherwoman. Her passion in life is fishing. And unfortunately, or let's say fortunately, Diane Pransky is a survivor of a violent crime, okay? No kidding matter. Very strong-hearted, strong-souled woman. And this event is going on this Saturday at the Lansing Country Club. And if you would like to find out more information about it, you can attend, of course, on Saturday morning. I think the fishing festivities start at 7. But if you want to find out more, go to runreg, that's RUNREG.com, 7475. It's Diane Pransky, Pranske. We will be there, the Stray Cast team. And it's fishing event. It's a 5K run. There's golfing. They're auctioning off golfing and fishing memberships for like $10 a pop. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool deal. And I promise you, if you show up there on Saturday, you're going to stake some fish. So please, everyone go to runreg.com, 7475, and do anything you can to help for this very special woman. Hey, in the meantime, put the power poles down, because we are coming back with our buddy, the 2017 B.A.S.S Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk. Don't you go nowhere. Step up your game. It has been said that professionals are only as good as the tools they work with, and Alpha Angler has developed the ultimate set of tools for you, the competitive angler. Alpha Angler custom rods, brought to fruition by the passion of master craftsman Jake Boomer and 2017 B.A.S.S Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk. Alpha Angler rods are custom made in the USA. Designed and engineered to be perfect, Alpha Angler utilizes a very unconventional approach to making the very best bass rods, from drop shotting to flipping. Alpha Angler's focus is on building perfectly balanced tournament-grade bass rods at an affordable price. Join the Alphalution today and purchase direct at alphaangler.com. Step up your game. alphaangler.com.
The swim jig technique is one of the most successful ways to put fish in the boat. Time in and time out, Brovani Baits swim jigs are just the right tool for the job. Beaming with quality, the Brovani swim jigs come in a myriad of colors, feature the best premium hooks and solid trailer keepers to give you, the serious bass angler, the confidence you need to accomplish your goal of putting more fish in the boat. So go to BrovaniBaits.com and start climbing the ladder to swim jig success.
Taming the beast isn't easy, but the bigger your electronics, the more you have on the line. In conditions like this, you need the KVD Kong Extreme Electronics Mount. The only electronics mount designed and built to be rock solid, no movement, no matter how heavy your gear. A marine-grade mount for fresh or salt water that's monstrously strong. The KVD Kong Extreme Electronics Mount.
Rageous Outdoors is quickly becoming the industry leader in tournament fishing apparel. There's no better way to represent your sponsors than with a Rageous jersey. At Rageous, you can get a short sleeve, long sleeve, sweatpant, the best prices in the industry. Rageous also offers club and team discounts, special high school and college pricing. Our website is easy to navigate, and Rageous' staff will make the process quick and easy for you. Rageous Outdoors, offering high-quality tournament apparel for the weekend angler. Outfit yourself from head to toe. Check out Rageous online at www.rageous.com.
"7 years ago, a young angler living on the lam, surviving on ketchup packets and hot water, worked his way up through the federations to become the angler that we know today. This man has achieved quality in performance at the highest level, qualified for the Bassmaster Classic 6 times. His 3 wins on the tour: 2012 in Bull Shoals, 2013 on Lake St. Clair, and 2017 Bass Fest winner. And finally, the dreams, the aspirations came to fruition, and he has become the 2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Brandon Palaniuk. Yes! Yes! My buddy! Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you Brandon Palaniuk right here on Straight Cast. Yes! Oh my goodness, Brandon.
Who knew you were so talented?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I kept my glasses on so the audience could not tell that I was actually weeping a bit. But
that was incredible.
Dude, seriously, let's put the kidding aside, man. I want to tell you right now, from the bottom of my heart, man, how proud I am of you and what you have achieved, dude. You know,
Appreciate it.
We've known each other for a while now, man. I mean, going back, dude, and I mean, I could tell you I have really enjoyed your evolution as an angler, man. I really have, and I hope you are proud of yourself. I mean, because
I'd like to, yeah.
No, yeah, definitely.
I'm so competitive that, like, I always feel like there's more, right? Like, I can always do better.
There is so much more. There is so much more for you. And if you remember, it's kind of a tradition that we have that you come on this show every year to kick off the Elite Series. You've come on for the past few years, and you said, you didn't say it in these exact words, but I asked you. I said, Brandon, what are your goals this year for the in the Elite Series this year? And you said, Pat, don't be a dum-dum. You know that my goal is to win the Angler of the Year and win the Bassmaster Classic. What else, dum-dum? And I said, well, of course, Brandon. And you're almost there. I mean, you're almost there at achieving goals. And goals and aspirations are important for success in everyday life. No matter what you do, you should have goals and aspirations for each day of your life. Now, Brandon, here is my only question to you tonight. And we are turning it over to your fans. I am relinquishing my responsibility as a talk show host tonight, and I am completely turning it over to your fans. And again, they can call up. I think they're already loading up the line. What's the number, JP? I don't want to keep putting my glasses on.
520-214-2277.
520-214 BASS 2277. Call up and talk to Brandon. But Brandon, I want to read you a little paraphrase here from the Gospel according to the bass fishing prophet Rick Clunn. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So Rick Clunn, and this is my only question. This is a statement and a question to you. Rick Clunn says to us, when do anglers start giving back? When do they fulfill their role in the circle of angling? Every time you go on the lake, you become part of a promise. Creation has gifts for you, and all her players are willing participants. Accept the role in the giving. There is no doubt that anglers are the masters, the ultimate predators, the water warriors. But we must give back what has been taught to us. Brandon, what shall you give back what has been taught to you? My only question.
That's a tough one.
I know. I tried to stump you right
It's
off
really
the bat.
hard to like follow up after.
I mean, Rick Clunn.
I think you just say amen.
Yeah.
Right?
Amen.
Amen.
I would have to say, I think more than a lot of guys, I show that really anybody can make it. Right? Like coming from Idaho, which is nowhere near known anything for bass fishing,
We don't
or
even know where
wasn't
that is.
until I made the elites. And to come up through the Federation and win the Federation National Championship, and then to be here 7 years later, being announced as the Angler of the Year, that just shows that, you know, hard work and passion can overcome no matter what your upbringing was or how much money your parents had or where you come from. You know, none of that really matters. Now, you got to have a little bit of God-given talent to make it happen.
For sure.
But there's a lot of people that have talent that waste it away because they don't have the passion or the work ethic to make it happen. So, you know, as cliche as it is, I'm living proof that dreams do come true.
Absolutely, dude. Well said, Brandon. Well said.
Amen.
For real, yeah.
Dude, you're good. You know how good you are?
He's that good.
In 2013, you won at St. Clair and the St. Lawrence.
Yeah. It's all right, man. I mean, Brandon Palaniuk.
You're the saint of bass fishing.
He is. He's the patron
Amen.
saint. And you belong. You need to write your own gospel like Rick Clunn did. I don't know if we
Maybe
need.
some. I'm not quite to the Cullen level.
In many ways, you are, man. In many ways, you are.
Just don't write it. Make it one of those sweet videos we can watch.
All right, let's turn the show over to your fans, Brandon. Now, every week on this show, we do basically do a question or a statement to you, professional bass fishermen, and I don't even think you know the answer to this. There's no way you know the answer to this. It's actually about you. But in your B.A.S.S. career, okay, you have caught 3,161 pounds of bass.
Okay.
Okay. And you have won 1,056. What is this number, JP? I don't have my glasses on. I don't feel like putting them back on.
$1,560,360.
$1,056,360. Is that a right number?
Yeah.
Okay.
$56,360.
Yeah, 56,000. $1,056,360. That's what you've won according to BASS stats. Okay. So our question to your fans is how many dollars per pound does that equate to? All right. And if they answer that correctly, they get compliments of Jake Boomer from Alpha Angler. They get an Alpha Angler hoodie and hat. So again, you say that that's a pretty cool deal. Say the numbers, JP, and the fans, when they call up, they have the opportunity.
Get one of these.
Yeah, that's exactly it right there. How appropriate was this?
Look at that.
See how this worked out? I love when a plan comes
He's
together.
caught 3,161 pounds of bass. That equals $1,056,360.
No, $1,056,360.
I can't.
We're
do that.
bad mathers over here, so I mean,
Keep making the videos. I can't read.
yeah, 3,161 pounds of bass you've caught.
Are they allowed to use a calculator?
Sure, I don't care. It's a Bass talk show. This makes no sense anyway.
If they were smart, they'd go back to the past episode and
Yeah,
I think we did this.
They've no. Well, he's won more since then. Yeah, so
that's
that would
true.
be the wrong answer. So 3,161 pounds of bass at $1,056,360. What does that equate to monetarily per pound? If you guess it, you get an Alpha Angler hat and an Alpha Angler hoodie. Are you ready, Brandon? We're going to turn it over to your fans. Are you ready, Andrew? Here we go. First caller, you are on the line. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Are we still there?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. What's your question for Brandon? You're on the air.
My question for Brandon is, what was going through your mind day 2 as you were on your drive to your last spot on Mille Lacs Lake? What's going through your mind? Do you think it's possible to catch a 6-pounder? Or are you just in desperation mode at that point?
That's a really good question. I really believe in, and I've said this a bunch of times publicly, I have won way more tournaments on my last cast than I have my first cast. And that is a 100% true fact statement. Like, there have been so many times that I have pushed it to the limit on making it back on time and have caught a fish that has helped me win a tournament or cash a check or whatever it may be. So in that instance, I didn't know that I was going to go catch a 6-pounder. I knew that there were big ones in that area, and then that was a place that I could upgrade in the afternoon. And it was on my way back to the boat ramp. And so for me, there was no reason for me to not stop, right? If I had a minute or 2 minutes, if I could make one drop on that rock, and I was fishing such specific stuff that I didn't have to waste time fishing around. I knew I make that cast, that's where the fish is going to be. He's either there or he's not, and he's going to bite or he's not.
Awesome. Great question, caller.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Brett.
Brett. Would you like to take a guess to win an Alpha Angler hat? Did any of that make any sense to you? A hat and hoodie?
Well, let's see here. I mean, I was on my phone trying to look it up to do the math, but I'm also multitasking at work right now.
No, that's
so
good.
I don't believe I'm going to be able to guess.
I'll call your boss for you. Don't worry.
You're watching us at work? That's awesome.
that is amazing.
That is awesome.
If you need me to call you in sick tomorrow, too, I can.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of multitasking right now, but I was also watching at work before they went up Bassmaster Live, and I just wanted to ask that question because
awesome.
I mean, similar to football with the Hail Marys, similar to wrestling with throwing a headlock last second. I mean, that's as good as it gets for fishing.
Wait, are you just buying time to pull out the calculator?
Yeah, he's trying to just win this thing. Ginger, give him the buzzer. Yeah, Brett gets the buzzer. All right, you got it wrong. Okay, Brett, thank you for calling. Amazing question.
Multitasking.
Yes, real good. All right, thank you so much, Brett. Let's take another call. Hello. You are on the air with Brandon Palaniuk in Stray Cast. Who's calling?
So this is Ronnie.
What up, Ronnie?
How much? So I think the answer to your question is $334.19.
Oh, this guy already. Wait. 1 second. No, JP?
Wrong.
He is actually. Oh, I see right there. Okay, give him the buzzer, Ginge. Sorry, Ronnie. Sorry, you were close, but no stogie. Well, Ronnie, you got a question for Brandon Palaniuk?
I do.
Okay.
I happen to have been on the Okeechobee the week before the Elite. So I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd Ronnie go?
Oh, man, you guys are killing me.
Ronnie?
So my question was, at Lake Okeechobee, I was there the week before the Elite Series were there. So I was wondering what Brandon learned and took from that because I go every February, and I want to know what he learned for next year.
Yeah, for me, that was all about decision making. All of the right clues were right in front of my face. I was around all the right fish. I was just too hard headed and stubborn to go get in the mix of all the rest of the guys that were fishing around Harney Pond and stuff. And one thing that I've just had to, well, I haven't yet, but I'm coming to copes with, is that you just have to, unfortunately, a lot of times fish around other anglers in Florida, because there's certain parts of a body of water where the majority of the fish are and biting. That's like my least favorite way to fish. That's probably why I usually don't do well in Florida. And who knows, I may just continue the rest of my career to not do well in Florida until I find something on my own, because I just don't like fishing around guys. But all of the right things were there. I just couldn't bring myself to go do it.
Nice. Excellent. And you only fit, I mean, that was your worst finish of the year too, Brandon, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't have any worse, really.
Oh man. Hey, Ronnie, thank you so much for the call, and you missed it. You barely missed getting the answer right. I mean, barely, dude. You almost had it, Ronnie. Your math was a little off. So we're
Oh man.
we're rounding.
All right.
We're rounding. Thanks very much, Ronnie. Do we have another caller on the line? Questions for Brandon Palaniuk. Who is on the line?
This is Eric Davenport.
Eric Davenport, welcome to the big show. This is Stray Cast. It makes no sense.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah, you're on with 2017 Bass Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk, and Ryan Popcorn Whitaker has just joined us.
We can start the show now, guys.
Yeah, let's get this thing rolling now. Ryan's here. What's your question for Brandon?
Well, I know Brandon's kind of a Northwest guy, just like myself, and I'm just wondering if he ever does come plan on fishing any fishing on the Columbia or any of our lakes here in Oregon. Or he has he, and what's one of his favorite lakes or rivers here in Oregon?
Really, the only place I've ever got to fish in Oregon is the Columbia River around Boardman and Umatilla. Awesome section of the Columbia River. Fishes, Columbia River is a cool place because it looks a lot similar, majority of the river, but it fishes very different throughout, the different pools and different sections of the river. I haven't got to fish all of the coastal bass lakes that are over there. Heard great things about them. But really, I actually fished my very first B.A.S.S. Bass Nation Western Divisionals on the Columbia River out of Umatilla. So I have fished a couple tournaments there before.
Excellent. Hey, do you want to take a stab at the trivia?
The Columbia River is great. It's got there's so many multi-species. I mean, from the largemouth, smallmouth, all the way up to your coho and sturgeon. I mean, it's probably one of our most popular fishing areas, Oregon and Washington area. So, sure would like to see him do a little bit more bigger tournaments over this way. It'd be good to see you back over this direction, Brandon.
I agree.
Awesome. Our buddy Tommy Sanders caught a giant sturgeon out of the Columbia River. True story. Tommy wrestled it, actually. Barebacked it. It was amazing.
Oh, they've had some good record-sized sturgeon come out of there in the last couple of years, actually. So,
hey, do you want to take a stab?
No, I appreciate that. That's great.
Hey, caller, would you like to take a stab at the trivia question?
I would.
Okay.
I just tuned in, so I'll take a shot at it.
Okay, so if Brandon caught 3,161 pounds of bass, and he has won $1,056,360 in his B.A.S.S. career, how many pounds of bass does that equate to per pound? How much money per pound does that equate to, caller?
How much money per pound?
Yes, sir. It's real easy.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, Brandon knows.
5 seconds.
I guess I'll just take it. So how much money per pound?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Probably $300 per pound.
You're close. Buzzer.
close.
He's off. All right. Good shot, though. Good try. Good try. He almost got an Alpha Angler hat and hoodie. AlphaAngler.com. Okay.
All right, that was a good one.
All right, man. Good shot,
guess.
though. I'll see you on the Columbia. All right. Hey,
Sounds good. Well, all right, you guys, thanks for having me on the show.
our pleasure, dude. Our
Thanks
pleasure.
for calling.
How about we got another caller on the line for Brandon. Caller, what is your name?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, it's Tommy.
Hey, what up, Tommy?
Not Tommy Sanders, Tommy Billings.
Oh, tap dancing Tommy.
Hey.
Yeah, we know tap dancing Tommy. What's going on, dude?
Hey.
You're
great show
disqualified from winning, by the way. Okay.
Question for Brandon. Actually, I got an observation and a question.
Sure. Yeah.
My first observation is that ever since he fired you as his manager,
yes,
his career has been significantly better.
The wheels came back on. Yes.
Wait, you rehired me though, B?
Oh, success first. I
Yes,
guess.
yes. Excellent observation, young man.
Well played.
It was a happy separation.
My question, though, for Brandon is: I happened today. I watched his YouTube fishing show on St. Clair, which was. I want you to know that I enjoy your YouTube shows. I love them. I watch every one of them. I can't wait for them to come out. But right after I watched that show, it came up today. The Bassmasters had kind of followed the career, your season as it progressed up to you winning Angler of the Year. And one of the things I noticed that the first day on the St. Lawrence River, you came in with 15 pounds. The next day you came in with 25 pounds. And as I watched that day really stuck out to me. And I'm just wondering, through the course of the season, was there a day in the tournaments that really stuck out to you? Was there a day that made it, or was it just a bunch of days together?
That's a good question. There were several like individual fish throughout the entire year that, like, even in like Sam Rayburn, for instance, the very first fish I catch is an 8-pound, 4-ounce largemouth stuck in a tree for 3 minutes on 10-pound Seagar Tatsu, and I land it. You take that fish and make it a 4-pounder. 4 pounds goes a long ways. I don't win Rayburn. I finished further down in the standings. Christie's that much closer to me at the AOY. St. Lawrence River, perfect example. Went from 72nd all the way to 3rd in that tournament from day one. So, like, days like that, St. Clair, I was in 49th or 47th the first day, caught a big bag the second day, and rallied back up to 20th place. And went from not having the AOI lead to regaining it. So I would say there was never just one single day that made the year. To have a year like I had, you've got to have several different instances go your way and make the right decisions. Put yourself in the situations and the areas so that those good things can happen.
It seems like the rallies. You had your rally cap on all season.
Yeah, and I did. Like, there were a lot of day 2 rallies that I had that I needed to make happen, or else I don't have AOI.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, great question, Tommy. Hey, Tom and Brandon, did you guys know that it is JP High's birthday today? It's JP.
I did know. Happy birthday,
yeah.
JP.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's JP's birthday. What'd you get him, Brandon? What did you get the Hip Hop Fisherman for his birthday?
I got him an Alpha Angler hat and an Alpha Angler sweatshirt if he can guess the winning. How many pounds? How many dollars per pound of fish?
Did you figure it out yet, Brandon? Do you know the answer?
Within a penny.
Within a penny. You do know within.
Yeah, I think I did. I gathered a quick little snippet of information you threw out there.
You Rain Manned it. Tom Billings, thank you so much, Tam Dads and Tommy, for calling the show. We appreciate it, man. We got another caller on. Hey, take care, Tom. We got another caller on the line. Hello. Oh, I'm supposed to wait. Yes. Hey, caller.
Chris from Colorado.
Hey, what's your name?
Chris.
Oh, hi, Chris. Welcome.
Out here in Colorado.
Welcome, Chris. Welcome to Straight Cast. This is our first time ever taking phone calls live and simultaneously with Skype, so we're a little fresh at this. You could say that this is our maiden voyage, and we're very glad that you called in there, Chris. And what is your question for 2017 Bass Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk?
Yes, I would like to ask Brandon how he used his his favorite way to use his 360, and ops did he use it the most on this year?
Oh gosh, I probably used it the most at Sam Rayburn. Probably, I would guess Rayburn. I don't know though, man. I use 360 so much. It is an everyday thing for me. Like I literally make every single cast based off of what my 360 shows me.
Wow.
And it's just because that it's showing me exactly what's underneath the water. So why waste a cast, 20 feet off from where I need to be casting if I can see exactly where I need to cast? So Rayburn was probably where it was the most important, just because I was fishing, specific brush piles. St. Clair, it helped me a lot. I actually swapped out graphs one day and forgot to download my waypoints and didn't have any waypoints on the area where I caught like 22 pounds the second day.
You were flipping out.
Yeah, I ran all the way up there, didn't have my waypoints, and just had to get close to it based on the contour lines that I could remember, and then find the rock on my 360 and follow it on my 360. No other way you can do that. And so instances like that, it's big for me, either pulling up, positioning the boat and being able to see exactly where I want to cast, or two, if I'm just even fishing down the bank, I'm always looking down at it, casting to the bank and paying attention to what's out in front of me and off of the bank, because that's where I end up catching a lot of big fish that most guys drive right over the top of. It's always worth making one cast to a little sweet spot that's sitting out there isolated, because that's where a lot of big ones hang.
That's outstanding. I think you just sold a few 360s too, Brandon.
Yeah. I wish people would quit asking me about it, because I keep more and more people keep buying them.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, would you like to take a stab at the trivia question and try and win an Alpha Angler hat and hoodie?
Definitely would.
Okay. Do you have an answer? Or do you need me to repeat the numbers?
My answer is $420 per pound.
That's JP's favorite number,
That's
but
JP's
no,
answer, yeah.
that is not the correct answer. But great job, Chris, and thank you so much for calling up the show, man. The Viewer Fan Appreciation Show continues right here on Straight Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. We have another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Hello, caller.
Oh, hey, it's Josh.
Josh.
The 34.18 cents.
Josh?
He's throwing a guess out there.
Josh just won. Josh just won the Alpha Angler hat. Yes. Josh, turn your computer or whatever you're using down. Turn it down a little bit.
Turn it down?
Yeah, because you're feeding back. You gotta. Can you still hear us, Josh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you way better now. That's way better. You don't sound like a robot
Okay,
anymore.
there we go.
Now, Josh, you just won an Alpha Angler hoodie and an Alpha Angler hat.
Sweet.
Now, what you need to do is you need to Facebook message us to attention JP High, the hip hop fisherman birthday boy. Get that all right. And we will get us your information and we'll send that out to you. Compliments of Alpha Angler. That is awesome.
Sweet.
Josh, you just won, dude. You won. Straight Cast makes it happen.
It's a solid hoodie too. It's my favorite.
Dude, it's an awesome hoodie. It sure is.
All right,
Hey,
so my question for Brandon, though.
yeah, go ahead, bud.
Getting into swim bait fishing. I know you're a master of it.
Uh-huh.
Visibility do you need? So, I mean, like, what's the minimum visibility that you'll throw like a Huddleston in?
I would say minimum's like 2 foot, really. I really like that 5 to 6, 7 foot of visibility. I feel like that's a really good in-between range where the fish can pick it up well, but they can't see it super, super well where they just follow it and examine it for a long time. So you getting that like 5 to 7 foot of visibility seems like somewhat of a magic number. But I will say I have caught them in less visibility than that. But, you start getting past 2 foot of visibility, it gets really tough.
Awesome. Great. Good answer. And
good stuff.
A bigger tail help with a little bit dingier water or anything like that?
Yeah,
or?
so like for me, if you're fishing a little bit dingier water, I'm gonna throw like the 68 special, or you're gonna throw some type of swim bait that's pushing a lot of water. So there's a lot of swim baits out there now that have big bills on the front of them that you can essentially fish like a crankbait.
Nice.
And that's an option where those fish can still feel the vibration and pick up on it, and you can still target those bigger fish.
Awesome. And
Gotcha.
Josh,
Sweet.
you won, dude. I mean, you are the first ever winner right here.
The champion.
That's right.
Yeah, on the phone-in show.
Well, I'm honored. Thanks.
Yeah, so don't forget to send JP your info on the Straycast Facebook page, okay? And we'll get that out to
So
you.
the Straycast Facebook page.
Yes, sir, Josh. Thank you so much, man.
I'm going there now.
Yeah, do it. Get her done. That's the deal right there. I love this show because this is the easiest show I have ever done. I have to zero prep, and it's awesome.
And you can say, get her done.
I could say, get her done, dance with who brung you, and all kinds of stuff. Just say stupid stuff all show, and get it done. It's right there. I love it.
Yes.
We have another caller. You are on the air with 2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk. Caller, what is your name?
Hey, Pat. Hey, Ryan.
What's up?
AKA Conor McGregor lookalike.
That is him.
This is Jeremiah Shaver from Cross.
What's up, Jeremiah?
What up, dude?
Hey. What's up, Jeremiah?
Good to talk to you guys.
He doesn't want to talk to Brandon. Just us.
Yeah, I'll talk to Brandon real quick. I got a question that I don't know if you addressed it earlier. I kind of tuned in late. But I'm curious with the recent addition to the information changes that B.A.S.S has come about, and then the changes that have come about to the B.A.S.S Opens. How do you feel on either one of them, both being good and bad, seeing as they've gotten a lot of scrutiny?
For me, the information rule's a no-brainer. Like, that's the greatest rule inception we've had since I've been a part of it. And that's the way that I think it should be. Obviously there's some downside to it. Right? Like if we were to have a tournament on Coeur d'Alene on my home lake, I can't go fish with my buddies out there that I've been fishing with for 20 years. We all know the exact same stuff. They're not going to show me anything new, but because they've been on the water, and have previous knowledge that's not exclusively with me, I can't go on the water with them. That's the downfall. From a integrity of the Elite Series, it doesn't get any better than that, right? Like, I'm a guy that likes to go out there, figure it out on my own. So it doesn't hurt me at all. It only helps me because I think it just evens the playing field out a lot more. And as far as the Opens go, like I'm torn on the Opens. I see both sides of it. There's really two sides. There's one of the fact saying that it's a little bit tougher for guys now to go and commit to the Opens, right? It's a couple more weeks. It's a little bit bigger of a commitment. But then there's the other argument of saying, well, if you really want to come to the Elite Series, we want you to come and be prepared when you get to the Elite Series so that you don't come spend $100,000 and go $100,000 in debt. Right. So if you're willing to go and commit in the opens and spend that money, spend that time, and you're better prepared when you get to the elites, less likely that you're going to lose your wife and your house and your dog and all your lunch meat in your fridge fishing
Ketchup
the Elite
packets.
Series. So I see both sides of that one. For me, it's tough deciding if I want to fish the opens because it is now 2 more weeks out of my year that possibly I could be at home with my friends or family, and it makes the travel schedule a little tricky. So that's a kind of a toss-up one, but I see both sides of it.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeremiah. Yeah, that's a good question.
Hey, fellas. Always a good time.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate the support, man.
Thanks for calling, man.
That's Jeremiah.
That's
And if you don't
Wisconsin
wanna-
Bass
if you don't
Nation
wanna
president
travel-
Jeremiah Shaver, by the way.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I didn't even think about it, but I was gonna say if you don't want to travel and fish the opens, just go fish the Bass Nation.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
It's
right
in
there.
your home state.
Yeah.
That's a perfect testimony right there.
Yeah.
Hey, we got another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name?
Hey guys, this is Jan from Virginia.
What's up, Jan? You're our fish on the line right now.
Yeah, right on.
You got a question?
So love the show.
Thanks, dude.
Quick comment about Brandon Palaniuk, which is really cool for me as a bass fishing fan. So like, I follow bass fishing like more than I follow like any other sport. And Brandon on like your social media, so your Instagram and Facebook, he'll actually answer your questions and he'll respond back to you, which is super cool from a fan point of view. And I know this because he's answered some of my questions before. And it's really like, it makes you feel good about knowing that the guys that you see on TV out there and you kind of idolize in their fishing, like they're paying attention to their fan base. So that's very cool of Brandon Palaniuk. So kudos for that.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
My question is, I know you're working with Zoom this year of the Z Drop.
What
You are
about
as
the
well.
Z Drop? What's my opinion on it?
So my question is there new colors in the future? Actually, I understand you perhaps maybe had a different variation of the purple smoke.
So as of right now, there are no color extensions that I am aware of. Most likely I'll be working with them to expand, and have a few more options. But I mean, most of the time, like between purple smoke, green weenie, and green pumpkin, and really morning dawn, like between those 4 colors, there's not a lot of situations that doesn't cover. The only thing you get into is like taking a green pumpkin and adding a few different flake colors, or there's a couple different color shades that I would like to see in it, but we'll see what happens there in the future.
Nice. Excellent, Jan.
Awesome. Very cool.
Good question. Hey, Jan.
That's very cool. Thank you. Thank you for the time. Yes, sir.
You know what, Jan? The difference, and you touched on a great topic there. The difference between like a social media mega stars like Brandon Palaniuk and Miley Cyrus is that Miley never answers questions, but Brandon every time.
She never gets back to me.
She's just busy being Miley all the time. And that shows you what she's really like. And then Brandon answers the question, so that shows you what he's really like. And that's why he's Brandon.
It's very cool, and it's very much appreciated. Yeah, I think that's a great thing that he does, and I think most bass fishing fans, if they've ever had any interaction, they really appreciate it. Yeah, it's very cool.
Awesome. Thanks for calling, Jan. Appreciate the support, man.
The other difference is that
Thanks, guys. Yeah,
we relate to this guy through fishing. We don't twerk on Robin Thicke.
Miley
on
Cyrus
TV
is
so
awesome,
much,
though. I mean,
she is, but
yeah,
I can't. I got nothing in common with her.
She's a freak. I love Miley.
I don't twerk.
You do too, twerk.
I don't
know
twerk.
what you're trying to talk about.
No, my
right
back
there.
hurts now, man. I can't twerk.
We got it. There's lots of pointing going on in this studio right now. You can't see it on the air, but people are pointing at me. All right, caller, you're on the line with Stray Cast. I'm Pat Renwick. Ryan Whitaker is here, and 2017 Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Ryan from Valparaiso.
Hey, Ryan. What's going on, bro?
Hey, Brand, just a quick question. I wanted to see what and where else you may be hunting this year.
That's a great question. I'm probably going to do some hunting in Idaho.
But I was just curious about whitetail.
Yeah, I'll probably do some whitetail hunting in Idaho once things slow down a little bit and I actually get some time. And then probably do some elk hunting in Montana again later this season.
Nice. Can you send us some elk backstrap?
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. That's caller Ryan from Valparaiso. That's in Indiana.
Yes.
That's where Orville Redenbacher is from. Orville Redenbacher, the popcorn guy.
Is that true?
It's a true story. And that's not one I just made up. It's actually a true story. Right there. Excellent. Ryan, thank you so much for calling in, man. Awesome. Hey, caller, you are on the air. Fish on the line. What's your name?
Hey, my name's Eric.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Where are you calling from, Eric?
How we doing today?
What's going on, Eric?
I'm calling from southern Minnesota.
All right. Yeah. You know Seth Feider over there?
I don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but
Seth's awesome.
I definitely know of him.
He just got married.
Quite a bit.
Congratulations to Seth Feider. Studio audience.
Sure. Yeah.
Studio audience, round of applause for Seth Feider. Yes. Congratulations, Seth.
To him and his mustache.
Yes.
Big congratulations.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. The fighter man.
Yeah. He's Death Fighter. That's him.
You got BMP with you?
Yeah, Brandon Palaniuk's here.
Right here?
Yeah, it's
I hear
Brandon.
you loud and clear.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Hey, I want to say congratulations on AOY. Your videos this year, love following along. I couldn't wait till the next one came out. Really cool. Probably one of the best YouTube series that I've seen for fishing.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Way better
it.
than Scott Martin any day. Blow Scott Martin out of the water.
Damn right.
Yeah,
I
for
concur.
sure. Look at
Amen.
Brandon.
Amen.
What's going on? You got anything else you want to talk to Brandon about?
Yeah, I had a question for him. I just want to say that.
What you got?
So I fish in some everyday, every weekend tournaments and whatnot, and I've kind of listened in on some of your like triangle theory and try to apply that to some of the ways I fish down in southern Minnesota. But these lakes are very small, maybe a couple thousand acres compared to like when you were going into the Navionics webinar, you were talking about more like on Sturgeon Bay and some of those bigger bodies of water. But can you apply that to these smaller lakes as well?
Yeah, definitely can. So, I mean, the fish still spawn there, right? So that makes a difference. And usually those lakes are going to have some part of the lake that's flatter, right? And some of the thing that I found out is some of those lakes, like those real small lakes, kind of shaped like bowls, the fish kind of spawn all around the entire thing. And so what I do is I look for the funnels where those fish are going to be coming from. So somewhere that it makes a point. Usually it's going to be your underwater stuff that ends up making a difference. And that's where you're going to want to look. If you think I'm not paying attention right now, it's because I'm trying to draw a picture.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to draw a picture.
Would you, Brandon? Would you admit to him that as your manager?
Okay, this is like terrible because I'm trying to do it quickly. But this is your lake. You've got a flat, right? Flatter contour lines. This is going to be your triangle.
Gotcha.
If I can draw, I'm literally trying to draw this looking at my screen. This is difficult.
No, we got
that
it.
was actually kind of close.
No, we got it.
So the fish are going to spawn back in here, right? And then they're going to work their way out to this point and then sit essentially on these steeper contour lines. And then this point, if you kept going out, would have like some sort of drop off. That can also be like a place where, like Minnesota has a lot of lakes where you just have a grass line pretty much, and that grass line will come out and make a point, and then there's some sort of hard bottom around that point, and that's where those fish will ambush and set up. So it's not a black and white system, but the theory still applies if you're willing to have an open mind and apply it to the body of water that you're fishing and how it sets up.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that a lot more lately. I mean, it's like, just trying to, like you guys always say in your videos, and when even on Bass, like when you're watching on Bassmaster, it's not tough to catch them when you find them.
Not usually. Not usually. I mean, they're gonna be where you find them.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for calling, man.
Hey, you bet.
We
Hey, good
appreciate
luck. Thanks to your BMP. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Now, Brandon, a lot of people don't know that, and this is a true story that I just made up a long time ago, that I actually originated the theory of the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I did. Ask Brandon.
Of the Bermuda
Brandon, is
Triangle.
that
Yes,
true?
Brandon, did I not originate the Bermuda Triangle theory?
It's true.
It's true.
Because he couldn't figure out what the percentage triangle theory was.
Yes, and I kept calling it the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, okay.
And it
So
goes
you-
all- so that I originated the Bermuda Triangle.
Yep.
So you came up with the falsified version.
Yes, mine is completely
impressive.
fictitious. Yes.
Yeah.
And it never
the
works.
True story that he made up many years ago.
Yes, that is exactly right. Thank you, Brandon, for confirming that here on Straight Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. We appreciate that. We have another caller on the line. Fish on the line. What's your name?
It's JMFW Worldwide.
Oh, heck
dude.
yes. Yeah, now we're
This
talking.
is why I did not answer your phone call, JMFW.
Yes.
Tell you what, this damn show making me wait. I've never had to wait so long in my life. Do you guys know who the hell I am?
We do now.
What's
It's
up?
Ginger's fault.
What's up, JMF?
Yes.
Well, first I want to congratulate. I haven't spoken to my little buddy, Brandon. Congratulations, Brandon, and to your wonderful season.
Thank you, Mr. Second Place in the world in South Africa.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate that. I've been watching this show, and I sent you inadvertently. I had forgotten that you were on Straightcast tonight. I had a idea to run by you, so sorry about the phone call and text message.
You're fine.
During Pat's interview with you here.
Yeah. No, I'm doing nothing tonight, James. I'm literally just completely tuning out. I don't
Viewer
even
appreciation.
I don't even know what's going on. But James, if you wanted to catch more fish in that South Africa tournament, I told you before when we were at the Forest Wood Cup that you needed to communicate with the fish, and basically it's through the process of basically telepathic and verbally communicating simply by going.
Yes.
I did the knock, and
Yes.
all it did was get a bunch of Aborigines around my boat.
You actually have to do it while swimming in the lake every morning for an hour.
Oh, boy.
If you don't do that,
Oh,
it doesn't
boy.
work.
Yeah, do you have a question for Brandon? Do you have a question?
I do have a question.
Excellent.
I do. So, Brandon, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Only like the greatest ever. JMFW Worldwide.
Duh. What else?
I got another question for you, Brandon, though. More importantly, this question should be the most important question.
Okay.
What is Tiffany going to be for Halloween?
Well, since I'm going to be JMFW Worldwide, what should she be?
This is the magic of a bass fishing talk show right here.
Oh, yes.
Pure magic, James.
Answer the question.
Man, I just wanted to call.
You don't need to answer that question because I already know what you're thinking.
Yeah, he already knows. There might be little orphans watching this or something. We don't want them to get upset.
From South
mind
Africa.
the orphans. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. No, Brandon, call me later. Congratulations. I just took this opportunity to congratulate you on Straycast.
Appreciate it.
James
I'll
Watson.
Call you.
Hey, wait, before you go, James, I want you to know, James, that first off, Brandon just took over the lead for most guest appearances on the Stray Cast show. Oh, wait, no, you're right. The producer just correct. Andrew Ellenberger.
He gets half a point for
you
calling.
guys are still tied. And you both have a Pat Renwick signature series Naked Lady pen. Did you know that you and James share that in common?
I do.
Yeah.
Mine's right in my cup holder.
Yep.
Well, I can trust me. That would be. I can't beat Brandon fishing. I remember in 2010 when I think it was 2010 or 2011. I met Brandon for the first time at Lake Norman. Ish introduced us, and Brandon didn't even have hair under his arms.
You couldn't even pronounce his last name then, James.
No, I still can't, but I don't have to. You only need to know him by his first name.
That's right. James, thank you for calling up, man. This was awesome.
Brandon, congrats, dude. We'll see you guys.
Take care.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
That's James Watson. He's the oracle of the Ozarks.
You know, the only thing with that Naked Lady pen is I don't like that the clothes only come off upside down.
Yeah, well,
I
no.
can't stand on my
if
head
you
that
hold
long.
it the right way and then stand on your head,
Well,
then
no, I can't stand on my head that long.
Yeah, you just got to turn. Oh, that's how Brandon showed us that.
Oh, okay.
It's a little trick we learned from the 2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year.
I hurt my back.
We have another fish on the line. Caller, who are you? Hello?
Hey, how's it going? This is Dan, just outside of Boston.
What up, Dan? Just outside of Boston. Do you like Aerosmith?
Not particularly.
I do. No? I like Aerosmith, and they're from Boston. I thought everybody from Boston liked Aerosmith. But I do know that you like 2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk, and he's here live with us right now. What's
You
your
don't
question?
know that for sure.
Yes, I do.
You may be calling to cuss me out.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
No, I do have a little bit of what I would call somewhat of a controversial question.
Ooh. Is it about
Send
James
it.
Watson?
Bring it.
It is not. I didn't know I'd be following him. I don't know if I would have called in, but so my question is put yourself in Brandon Palaniuk, the Nation angler shoes. So with the changes the Nation's made, going from multiple divisions down to 3 divisions, what are your feelings? It seems like it's as someone who's fished quite a few of these divisionals, it's a lot harder to get the time off. I'm just kind of interested to know what your thoughts on that.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I was just at the Bass Nation National Championship dinner last night talking, and I talked about this very thing. And I actually, because this was brought up to me before they actually made the decision a little bit and asked my thoughts on it. And you have to look at the big picture of what they did. And so for the short term of it, yes, it may be a little bit more difficult to travel because you may have to travel a little bit further. But the flip side of that is it's bettering you as an angler so that when you do qualify, you're better off, right? You're putting yourself in more situations, in different bodies of water, so that when you see that situation again later in life, the light bulb goes off quicker, you catch them quicker, you make more money. And the really cool thing that they did with that is when they went to 3 divisions, there is so much more opportunity in the Bass Nation now than there was when I fished it. Right? There was 6 divisions, 6 guys made the Classic, 1 guy got an elite qualification, and 1 guy won a boat. The guy that won the national championship. That was it. There was no other money, there was no other prizes or anything. Now, 3 guys make the Classic, but all those 3 guys also get a fully rigged bass boat, They get a brand new Tundra to drive around. They get entry fees paid into the open division of their choice. And the guy that wins also, on top of that, wins a Skeeter Yamaha. And the guy that wins gets a qualification into the elites. And before, if the number one guy didn't take it, it just went away. Now, all three of those guys have the opportunity to take the elite berth. If the first guy doesn't take it, they just go down the list to those three guys.
Yeah.
So there's some difficulties in the short term of it, getting from your home state. But the process, this is what I talked about last night, is believing in the process. They are setting you up for success way more and giving you way more opportunity than there ever was before. So from my opinion, I think that it's better now than it ever has been. There's more opportunity for you to actually be successful from the Federation or from the Bass Nation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Opportunities are
I
abounding.
agree, too. I kind of like what they did. It's,
Yeah, that's and at first I was like, whoa. This is like, because it's change, right? Like natural human nature is to push against change. But when you embrace it and you really think about what they did, you can actually go and make some money and do well and set yourself up for success. And that is what the Bass Nation has always been about, right? That's the true core value. Taking a weekend guy that still has to work, giving him the chance to go qualify for the Classic and make it to the elites. And I think honestly think it's the best way to go right now.
Awesome. So you're saying they got a chance.
The other great thing they did too at the divisional level is they actually gave qualifications to the top 3 rather than just finishing best in your state, which was kind of a touchy call for me too. I fished the last year that they had in 2015 before they did it, and I got 3rd, and it didn't mean anything. And then they changed it the next year. So I
Missed
like
it
that.
by that
I like that
much.
rule. Yeah.
Right there. Awesome. Hey, man, thank you for calling. Appreciate it. Hey,
Hey, thanks a lot. Good luck next year, Brandon.
Take care.
Thank you.
I kind of wanted that guy to win the hoodie and the hat, actually.
Yeah.
But he was a little late. It's all right. Or James Watson.
Can we get
I
more?
would have rather had him win. I think we need James Watson on the Alpha team, don't we, Brandon?
We need everybody on the team.
We do. AlphaAngler.com.
I'll give away my
I
hat
just
with
don't
a
know if
sweat
they're missing
stain
yet.
here.
Hey, y'all, we got another fish on the line. Welcome to Stray Cast. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, it's Jamie Monroe.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey.
Not much, man. Calling from Nova Scotia, Canada, up here in the north.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just wanted to say congrats on the big win there, Brandon. And just wondering if you had any tips for fall fishing smallmouth up in the northern cold waters. And if you do win one of those bass boats this year, I don't expect to get your new one, but maybe your used one could come my way since I only have a 1448 with a 9.9 on her.
Well, my
magic
tournament fishing's
happens.
Pretty much. Yeah, my tournament fishing is pretty much done for the year, so I'm not gonna be able to help you out this year on that quest. But
It's all good.
I will say smallmouth fishing up north. A lot of it has to depend on your bait fish, but there's going to be a group of smallmouth that go shallow, most likely, and they're going to be aggressive. They're going to feed, and I look for those places where you've got big flats, good transitions, something that has an edge to it, whether it's a rock vein to sand, something that has good, quick access to deep water, because that's where those fish are going to be coming from. Or I'm going to be looking for kind of long extending points that those fish are going to be starting to get set up on for winter and kind of getting out there,
Big
make sure
long
it's got a
triangle.
good steep drop.
There it is.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to your triangle theory there, and it's really interesting. So hopefully I can apply that here in the fall. Catch some big hogs.
It works.
That's the Bermuda Triangle. I invented it, and it works every time. Thanks for calling, and you won Brandon's boat next year. So just send your information over.
Yeah, just send your information.
We'll
to
ship.
him.
We will ship you Brandon's boat. So thank you for calling.
Listen, you don't have to ship it, bud. I'll come down and pick her up.
You got it. Thanks for calling from Canada, man.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, you too, man. That's pretty cool.
His laugh was awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. It was very contagious.
Yeah.
Hey, how we doing over there? These guys look really bewildered, Brandon. I really wish that you could see the
What?
producer booth.
This is intense.
Why are they so confused?
I don't know. I mean, well, this again is the first time that we ever did this.
he's gonna
this,
point.
this call-in thing. Oh, and whoa! Look at that. That was a cue right there. It hit me flat in the face. We have another fish on the line. Caller, what's your name? Hello,
Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Brad.
Hey.
Are you saying Pam or
What's going on, guys?
Is this Pan?
Bread?
Pan? Pam?
Pam.
With a B.
I think I could clear this whole Pam thing up. This is Fred calling right now. Fred, what's your question for Brandon Palaniuk?
Well, I got a few things. First, I want to say happy birthday to JP.
Yeah.
This is Brad.
It's Brad.
Yeah.
Not
What's up, Brad?
Not Fred. It's Brad. Brad from Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah. Bradley.
Gotcha. Okay, Bradley.
Yeah. Three more payments and that baby's
And
his.
then want to say congrats on AOI.
Thank you. Oh, Brandon, you mean? Sorry.
And,
okay, gotcha. Thought he was
just one quick
I won
question.
2000 Ileana Bass Angler of the Year, you know.
Yeah, I didn't win.
Yeah, 2000 I won the Club Derby. Shh, Brad.
Quick question. Just want to ask Brandon, you ever consider a duck hunt with the fighter?
Yeah, actually 2 years ago, I think we talked about it. He kind of came out my way, but I just happened to be out of town that week when he came in. But we have talked about trying to do one.
Prodigy
Are
duck
you going to
hunt.
post up a video?
It's possible. It's possible.
You never know.
Well,
You just never know what I'm going to be filming.
Great things happen when you mix a Prodigy and a Death Spider together. Magic happens. Magic happens. Hey, Pam, thanks for calling. we appreciate the call, Pam.
Keep up the good work, dudes.
Thanks,
Brad.
Thanks, Brad. Ray,
Thanks, yeah.
that was awesome. That was awesome right there. How we doing over there, guys? Everybody looks happy in here. Now, so it went from sadness to gladness overnight. It was there was a lot of anticipation of this. Brandon,
I got to give a big thanks to my tow truck driver, Marvin. I think he's watching.
He towed the Lamborghini.
Thanks,
Marvin. Marvin, thank you
Saving
for
me from the
towing
highway.
Ryan's Lamborghini here.
Hey, Larry Fens out for fixing my car in 15 minutes.
Yeah, so way to go.
Wow.
So apparently Ryan's going to get a discount now for saying that live on the air.
Well, no, sincerely. Threw it on the lift, fixed it, and I drove over here.
That's awesome.
Went from Broken down to the highway. An hour and a half later, I was here.
Talk about sadness to gladness. It's right. It's right there.
I want to know how I get one of those sweet TH cups.
Yeah. We just call Gene Eisenman. He'll send you one.
Yeah, he told us to tell you to call him.
Yeah,
to get one.
Gene said have Brandon call, and he'll send you one of these amazing TH Marine at thmarine.com cups.
Yes.
Right there. They're available. This is actually a Brandon Palaniuk signature series, TH Marine. And it keeps your drink cold or hot, whatever you choose.
Mine's actually a Wally Marshall.
Yours is a Wally Marshall one?
Yours is a Wally
Okay.
Marshall. Yeah.
Gene says it's on its way. See? Gene's watching the show. True story.
Cubes for days.
Right there.
Nice.
Cubes for a day. How we doing over there, guys? We're out of callers. We're actually out of callers.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, Brandon, I want to break this down here. JP, before we do this, because this is fan appreciation, before I start running my mouth, are there any questions on the social media? It all went through the phone lines. Okay.
No, we're good.
We're good right there. So, Brandon, this is what I want to break down to you. And I lied when I said I only had one question for you all night. Because I actually have two more questions for you. So, basically, when you started off the season, and I'm going to run it down real quick here. So, you had Okeechobee, 105th place.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know what happened there. Conroe, 49. The T-Bend, 5. It's climbing. The Raz, 18. You won the Bass Fest, okay? First place, Rayburn. Dardanelle, 12. Here comes the Ascension. St. Lawrence, 3. Champlain, 3. And then down to 29 at the St. Clair Derby. At what point? I know you do not pay attention to where you're at. As far as, I mean, I know you know if you're leading or not. It's impossible for you to not know that.
Yeah, they give you a check.
I mean,
yeah, that's literally how I found out.
I mean, it's so that was the point. That was the period.
That's when I knew that I was leading.
Okay.
It was at St. Lawrence River after the tournament. Trip walked up to me and said, "You want your check?" I said, "Well, yeah, hell yeah, I want my check," because I figured it was my third place check. And he hands it to me and says, "Well, you're going to find out sooner or later." And I looked at it, and it was a $1,000 bonus for leading angler of the year.
Nice.
So that's how I found out.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll find out with the $1,000 check.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take that as a little bonus plan. So what are you guys telling me over here? I'm not sure what the
a lot of arm signals.
Yeah, they're flailing at me again.
We just lost the color. He gave up.
Oh, he didn't want to hold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Had one.
It was Bill Dance actually.
Well,
it was actually Bill Dance.
Patience.
Bummer.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bill Dance, and I'd like to ask Brandon Palaniuk. Sometimes, Brandon, when I'm on the lake and my plums get cold, I've found by putting a wool tube sock over my plums, it makes for an enjoyable, warm day on the water. Thanks, everybody. I'm Bill Dance.
Hey, Brandon,
That was Bill.
Tip of the week.
We got a Facebook question. Did you approach this season any differently compared to previous seasons?
Who's that from, JP? Who's that?
That's from David on the Facebook.
From David on the Facebook.
Nope, I approached it exactly the same. I think I went into it maybe with a little bit more intensity and vengeance, I guess. But I still had the exact same mindset of going in and trying to win every tournament. I think the maybe one difference is that this year I broke it down into focusing on each day and really just figuring out every single day I was on the water how I could catch the most fish possible, even during practice. And during the tournament, really not laying off of any fish, like continually trying to catch the most weight possible and never coasting. And I think that with the amount of competition that we have now, you have to fish that way to be able to compete at this level.
Right. I know you say you go in trying to win every tournament, but after day one, if you have a shaky day one, will you go into day two just thinking, look, I need to catch a decent limit to get a check or to make the cut? Does that ever happen, or are you still like, I need to knock it out of the park? You know,
I mean, that's a good point, and that's where I kind of revert back to the catching as much weight as possible every single day.
Right.
Right. So, like when I go out there, whatever I have figured out during practice, I'm gonna go do whatever I think I need to do to catch the most weight possible.
Yeah.
Which should be gunning for a win, right? Like if I have a place that I know I can go catch 15 pounds, I can cut a check, or I've got this other pattern where I may catch, 25 pounds, or I may only be able to get 3 bites. I'm going to go do that one and chase the 25-pound bag because that's going to give me the best opportunity. And one thing that I've really thought about on that point is that this is a really good way to think about it, is if you are fishing for a check, right, 40th to 50th place, and you're catching, you're kind of right there on that bubble. If you miss one bite or you break one off or something weird happens that's out of your control,
which it does,
happens every single day. Like, I lost all kinds of fish this year that just get them stuck in a brush pile. You can't get them out. Like you have to put your bait in there to get the bite. You can't get them out. It just happens.
Right.
But when that happens and you're fishing for 40th or 50th, you end up missing and finishing 60th or 70th.
Yeah.
If you're gunning for a win or a top 12 and you miss, you finish 20th or 30th.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think, it's not like you can't say, oh, yeah, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to shoot to win. I'm going to finish 20th or 30th every time. It doesn't happen that way, but that mindset is the first step in the process to being able to actually achieve that.
Right. The higher the goal, the higher you are after something bad happens.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, 2 in the bush is what?
5 in the
What?
pecker.
Yeah.
You guys are bad at that one every time.
Yeah.
2 hands in the.
So, okay, we want to let you know we're still taking calls. We got time for a few more. 520-214-BASS. That's 520-214-2277. We have another fish on the line. Caller, who are you?
This is Jake Boomer with Alpha Angler.
Oh my
What
gosh.
the world? This guy.
Kids to attend
Disqualified.
What's up, Jake?
Not much. Me and my wife have cozied up to watch her first Stray Cast episode.
Wow.
Live.
I feel kind of sorry for her.
She has been laughing so hard, so she actually has a question for Brandon.
Oh, good.
Oh, geez.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she won't say it, so I'll relay it. But Brandon, who is funnier, the Ninja or Pat?
Ooh. I'm going to say
The Ninja talks a lot.
they are both funny in their own ways.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to take the political route here. This is based on observation.
Okay.
Pat is the much more outgoing, outspoken, funny
He's got
man.
more hair.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
The Ninja just like slides in and gives you his little like one-liner knife, his little one-liner sword. And
Yeah, they're confusing.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you're like, it just hits you and you can't help but laugh, even though you might not even know why you're laughing because he inserted it and pulled it back out so quick.
I have to clear something up.
what I do.
I have to clear something up. First off, the Ninja is the producer. He don't even talk.
Yeah.
So you guys are confusing the Ninja with the popcorn. This is the popcorn.
And I get the confusion because of the red beard.
They both have red hair.
Yeah,
they're
he-
both
but his hair
they're
is
both
more
gingers.
gingery.
They both have no souls.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
We both aren't attracted to our own kind.
Yes. No,
which is why our kind is dying off.
But we're all funny ha-ha in our own way. You know what I'm saying? So
That's all right. Seth Fighter called me the ginger too.
Yeah,
So
Seth,
it's okay.
Seth thought you were the ginger too.
Name drop.
So let's change Andy, the producer's name, to Popcorn, and
Yeah.
and now Andy is known as Popcorn, and Ryan will henceforth be known as the Ninja. No, Andy's not.
He
having
wants
it.
the ginger. I'll let him keep. He can keep the ginger. I'm fine with it.
Oh man, Jake, hey, some guy won the hoodie and the hat.
We saw that. That
Yeah.
was a good guess.
Yeah, I think he used a calculator because only guy that could figure that out without a calculator would be the 2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year, Brendan Palaniuk.
Yeah. Hey, while we got you, Jake, too, that rebound is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that thing. God,
Well,
it's so awesome.
thank you.
I'm fully in love.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Brandon, what's your favorite alpha rod?
Ooh. I'm kind of partial to the DSR.
Are you?
Because that was the one that I gave Jake the most headache on, working with him on that one. I was like a 3-year process, kind of. So I feel like that one was, just the fact that I was able to give him the most headache with that one is probably my favorite.
Hey, Jake, could you tell Brandon that I actually have that you've sent me a prototype rod that even Brandon doesn't have? That's probably the most amazing alpha rod ever created in the history of.
Is that the pink one?
The history of everything. And
yeah, he does that all the time.
And Brandon doesn't even have one.
Yeah, it's made out of magic wands.
Yes.
Magic wands?
Yes. It's actually made out of strands from Thor's hammer. And
Yes.
Strands of hammer?
Yeah, strands of hammer that I imported from Asgard, and I sent it to Jake Boomer, and he has constructed the perfect bass fishing rod for me. It's a tool, as we hear in the Alpha Angler commercials.
I mean, has that drop shot rod, has that won you the most money so far?
Between that and the Zilla. Okay. Because I threw the Zilla every single tournament, pretty much.
We got a Facebook question. Are there any retail stores that carry alpha rods, or is it online only? It's online.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Awesome.
Should I take this or should Jake? Is Jake still on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jake's
Yeah.
Well, I'm still on, but I think Brandon should take it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Chicken.
So the answer to that is no. There are no retailers. I won't say there's none. There's 2 very small ones in the Northwest that were carrying it before it ever went national. So the reason that it is not in retail stores is because when we were designing rods, we didn't want to be limited by price point. Our number one goal was to build the very best rod humanly possible, right? Or what at the time we thought was the best one. And we're constantly working on improving them. But we also wanted to make them affordable, right? At a decent price point. So the rods that we sell now would have to sell for $500 to $600 at retail, and we're able to sell them for $225 to $300. And that's the difference. And it allows us to not have to follow certain guidelines kind of set forth by either retailers or the general manufacturing of rods, where we can run 2 or 3 different brands of guides on our rods, which we do. Our spinning rods have 2 different brands of guides on them because that makes the performance of the rod better. Right? And so we just do whatever it takes to make the best performance, and going direct to consumer allows us to, one, not have to have retail markup, sell them cheaper to the consumer, but it also builds a relationship with the people that are using the rods that are able to give us feedback, because we want that feedback to know, are people loving them? Is there stuff that they'd like to change, so that we're able to keep growing and building with the people that love the product as much as we do.
Awesome. That's amazing. So Brandon, my question. That was good, right, Jake?
That was dope. That was like an infomercial on crack.
Yeah, we kind of nailed it. So let's go
So
one.
How much is the Mighty Bite again?
Let's go one step further. So Brandon, if you were to pick a rod out of the Alpha line right now, and you needed to make an improvement on it, what rod would that be, and what improvement would you make to that rod?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, he's throwing fastballs.
I just totally hit you with a knuckleball.
Like, here's why I'm struggling answering it.
Okay.
Like, we spent so much time R&Ding every single rod that's in there, like everything from the very tip, and like Jake will tell you, like, there's been times we've been sitting there on a drawing board with multiple rods, and I'll literally tell him that, no, we need to stiffen up like this 2 inches between this guide and this guide because the bend's not right. Like, stuff that minuscule, you know, and we'll go and we'll test it and say, no, that's not right. It's too stiff, or we need to move it, you know, in front of this guide. And it's that little stuff that we're able to do that makes the difference in the finished product. And we've done that with every rod, that I feel like they're all built exactly the way that they should be for their intended purposes.
And I agree.
So like right now, I don't think that there's a single thing that I would change about any of the rods that we have out there on the market. There's just additions that I would put into the lineup for other applications. We've already got one that I won money on this year that I haven't been able to talk about yet, but it's coming very soon.
I know what it is.
It's coming. So,
I have
so that
6
we
of
don't
them.
make this fan appreciation into like an infomercial.
No, I like
think
it.
I should
No, but I'm just giving
close
those.
my
It's not an
interview with one
infomercial. It's
question.
just the facts.
Yeah,
it's facts.
Speaking from the heart.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Hey, Jake.
Yes, sir.
Jake, I have a trivia question for you. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tell your wife to get a calculator out because you have a chance now to win an Alpha hat and an Alpha hoodie. Are you ready?
Cheap shipping.
Okay.
I'm ready.
If Brandon has caught 3,161 pounds of bass in his B.A.S.S career, and he has won $1,056,360, how many pounds of bass does that equate to? How much money per pound does that equate to? Jake Boom?
I thought somebody already won this.
I'm giving you another chance
Were
to
you
win
paying
your own
attention?
shit right here. Come on.
See, I actually think that
So
he
like
answered
I
it
can
wrong.
win
but
back my
go ahead.
sweatshirt?
Yeah, I'm giving you a chance to win.
Hey, give yourself
Ginger,
another
give Jake the buzzer. You did not win. Sorry, Jake.
Too many questions.
The guy Josh won.
I know.
Jake, man. Hey, I want to thank you, Jake, for the support that you show of this show and believing in us, man. And as much as we do believe in you and Alpha Angler, truly and I say this sincerely, the finest bass rods that I ever have had the opportunity of using, and I mean that completely, dude. Amazing job, dude. Amazing.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Good. Congrats to Brandon. Thank you for the show. My
Thanks.
wife's been laughing for the last hour, and I think that's awesome. So
Right?
thanks again,
I like
guys.
your wife a lot more now that she laughs at us. It's amazing. That's good stuff. Jake Boomer, El Chifo, Jefe of Alpha Angler Rods right there. Thanks so much. Jake. Hey, Brandon,
Thanks,
dude, what a perfect way to close the show. Brandon, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah.
For this fan appreciation show. I mean, that
Always a
shows.
pleasure.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and we're really happy that this actually worked.
I was a little nervous after the first one. It was kind of cutting in and out.
Yeah, but it all came together, and that's thanks to the real ninja over there,
Yes.
the Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja, our producer, for pulling this whole thing together. And Brendan, what do you got planned for the winter, dude? I mean, you just chilling now, or you're always all over the place? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. I've got a couple more boat shows and speaking stuff that I got to do this month, and then I'm going to be heading straight down and driving down to Vegas and going to put my Tundra in the Dick CPEC wheels and tire booth down there at SEMA. So that's always a cool show. Go to, hang out with all my Rigid brothers and guys from Ballant and Bolt Lock and stuff. And I've got a few automotive people that I've worked with for a few years, so it's always good to go down there, see them, and it'd be cool to. This is going to be the first year that I've had my booth or my pickup inside of the Las Vegas Convention Center. I've had it outside a few times. This will be the first time I've actually had it inside. Should be pretty cool.
I have a great contest for you there, Brandon. When you have people come up to the booth, if they can say Dick CPEC 10 times fast without messing it up, then they get a prize.
That's a tough one.
That's a real. You want to try it?
No.
I wouldn't either if I were you.
That should be our next on-air caller giveaway, though.
Yeah, yes, that would be amazing. Say Dick CPEC
Dick
10
CPEC.
times fast. I can't even say fast.
say it once.
That's crazy. Brandon, again, man, seriously, thank you so much for the support that you have shown this show from day one all the way back to the radio days, dude. And congratulations, sincerely, again. We are so proud of you, man, that you won this AOY. Now, to come to fruition, you need Hartwell now. You gotta bag Hartwell.
Clean house.
And that's
all that's left at this point.
That's the deal. All right, do you get to practice on Hartwell? When is that coming up?
We practice till January 1st.
Till January 1st.
Yep.
I'm going to be hanging out in the mountains over there by Hartwell for Thanksgiving week. So if you're in town over there, hit me up and we'll go get some cornbread and sweet tea or something.
Lovely.
All right, man. Brandon Palaniuk.
Thanks, man.
2017 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year. Find him on the Instagram and the book face. He is not hard to find. He is a bass fishing megastar and one hell of an angler, and he is our friend. Brandon, take care of yourself. Peace, man. Later.
See ya.
Later. Brandon Palaniuk is out. Stray Cast concludes once again the first ever inaugural voyage of the phone-in segment to the show.
I liked it.
Yeah, without a hitch.
Yeah, it worked really good.
It did.
People online are liking it.
And it's JP's birthday, which is amazing.
Yeah.
He's 34 years smart, is JP right now.
Yeah.
Andrew Ellenberger is the producer. Ryan Popcorn Whitaker is the co-host. And I am the host, Pat Renwick. And we bid you peace until next week. Thank you so much.
Amen.